Hello, my name is Jinyang Ding. Today I'm gonna introduce our group final project, which is the movie recommendation. As you can see, the group members include Genli, Hanchen, and Jinyang. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm gonna introduce the major procedure first. This project introduced the intelligent movie recommendation chapel built on AWS, and it's integrating the EC2 for computational filtering and the Lambda function for generating the PDF reports of the recommended movies from JSON outputs. And for the database, we use the Rotten Tomatoes, which includes the movie reviews and the ratings, and the chatbots engage users in multi-turn conversation to refine preference, such as the genre, release year, rating, and the actors. And with the real-time updated database and GPT-powered natural language processing, the system offers the precise, user-friendly recommendations. And in the final step, the AWS Lambda function generates the PDF report by reconstructing the movie list, called the ONDB API for detailed movie information and the rating from Rotten Tomatoes, MTC, and IMDb. And we use the report lab to format the data. The next, our group members are going to introduce the detailed insight and implementation of our final project.
Hi, this is Zheng Li. My work is focused on the GPT communications with client, and I uploaded my server code into the EC2 and used my circle to create a table and upload it into the ID3. It's the movie list. The first step, I'm gonna introduce the prompt engineer. First, I set it up GPT as a role of a recommendation assistant. After user has several conversations with GPT, GPT gonna get the user preference like release year, runtime, genre, this kind of stuff with fixed formats. The reason we want to do that is like some user may don't know what kind of genre they are looking for and like what kind of date is suitable for their situation. So GPT can do these things with the user in with the very flexible way. Here's the interaction part. And then this is the regular expression part. This code can abstract those information, the user preference, into the JSON files for the future process. This is the table we created for the movie list. It contains 1,000 movies information and connect with the database. Then this part is the server computation part. Is contain is commun is com communicated with the database, and then this part is for the communication part. Is we use the preference as the filter, and we after we filter out the unrelated or like unpreferred movie, we're gonna get a list that's more narrowed down. So we put those lists into the JSON files for future work. It may contains 10 preference or like more than 10 this kind of preference. It's based on what the user looking for. After we get the JSON files, it returns the client, and Han gonna handle the JSON files to their work like PDF site.
Now I'm going to talk about the PDF generating part of our final project. Firstly, I define two variables to store the file path and API key. Then I extract the movie names concatenated with 3 slash from the lambda request and reconstruct them into a list. Next, I declare the PDF object and iterate through the list. For each movie name, I process the name by removing any dot characters. Although spaces have already been URL encoded in the client's GET request, I still replace space with plus. as a precaution. After processing the name, I call the OMDB API to retrieve detailed movie data. Once the data is returned by OMDB, I add the title and general information to the PDF object. Then I separately handle the plot, ratings, and poster. Since the plot can be very long, I use text warp to manage the 9 breaks. I iterate the ratings list to display multi-platform ratings, including Rotten Tomatoes, MTC, and IMDb. And then I add Rotten Tomatoes link in the PDF. Finally, I process the poster. I fetch the image from the provided link, maintain its original proportions, and added it to the PDF page. After the current page to the PDF object, I move on to the next movie. Once all the movies in the list are processed, I save the PDF and encode it into base64 to include in the response, which is then returned to the client. Then I'll show you a demo from our final project.